Hey guys, we're going to talk about the University of Northern British Columbia. UNBC is located in Prince George. We do have 5 branch campus. So we have campus in Fort St. John, Kitchener, Terrace, Prince Rupert, and Quinnet. And Prince George is roughly about 1 hour flight away from Vancouver. Our campus is situated above the city of Prince George, and we overlook the city. We have one of the lowest faculty to ratio in British Columbia for a research-intensive university. We have about 3,500 students. We're a research-intensive university. We're award-winning as well. We've been top 5 in our category for the last 15 years. We've also been ranked in Times Higher Education, top 5% in the world. And as a young university, we were established in 1992. We're one of 3 universities from Canada that is in the Times Higher Education top 250 young university worldwide. We're also known as Canada's Green University. We have over 62 degrees programs, 27 masters, and 3 PhD. These are all the science programs that we do have and offer at UNBC. All we'll talk about is the conservation science and practice. Conservation science is a conservation practice as the application of conservation principle, theory across conservation issue, from planning and directly managing nature and influencing public policy and private behavior from large communities to small communities to international bodies. It means that a lot of ecosystems that underpin human well-being, arts, culture, food securities, and how we prevent these ecosystems from decaying, making sure that they are still able to produce for future generations. Some of the examples of conservation science around the world is the single-use plastic ban. The plastic bags that we get, they are single-use, and now a lot of countries, Canada has just recently enacted a 5 cents per plastic bag use. In British Columbia, we've also implemented a ban on a single-use plastic straw. A lot of straws are now made of cardboard or they're made of reusable material. Other practices include managing of bluefin tuna, wildlife and fishery management, and also forestry management. How does conservation science and practice at UNBC differ? We focus on understanding and addressing the complementary challenges facing sustainable use and conservation of our environment. We draw a lot from natural science, but we also focus methods, theory, and practices from social science as well. So it's a combination of natural science and social science because we study the environmental impact and also how human interacts with that. At the end of this degree, students will have the interdisciplinary multiple view perspective that is required to either conduct or practice in conservation science. So what you'll learn is natural and human conservation management knowledge. So you can enter a career in environmental or conservation sector that has a solution-based type career. The mapping of human pressures on the environment across Canada. A graduate student and also an undergraduate student are working on this using something called GIS, which is Global Information System, to track the human movement throughout Canada and how it impacts the environment. This is the first time anybody has ever done that throughout Canada. Other things could be developing a climate change conscious approach to systemic conservation planning. We're planning for that, and how do we react to iceberg melting? We plan for rising seawater. We also looked at animal herd. We've had students that are junior consultant in environmental consulting firms. They work in government. They work in various nonprofits. They're teaching assistant or research assistants in universities. They also are educator or program development in education or in education practice for conservation science. We've had a student got into a public policy program in Government Canada. Other opportunities is a lot of our conservation science students go to become lawyers to work on how to prevent pipelines, making sure that pipelines manufacturers or oil producers are able to keep in line with the environmental standards. There's also students that have gone to med school after that. You can always reach out to CUAC's representative. They'll be able to assist you from there on.